Hello, welcome back. We continue the game. What was I doing? Alright. Side quest.
Ladder launch.
And what else? And so I don't have a lot of money. For...
Hey, Quatre, mind lending me a hand sometime today?
Sure, I'll drop by again later.
I'll figure it out. Huh. Yeah, you're not so crouchy after all. Word up. Aww, that's the least you could do.
Hey, Quatre. Dropped off your groceries at the house.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm popular around the city. Alright, so what the heck are you going on? That wasn't fair, you cheated. You didn't outdrive me at all. Hey, a win's a win. You're such a sore loser. That wouldn't be fair either. I just want to beat him fair and square, okay? Didn't expect to find one of Elaine's coworkers in an argument with some kids. Look at you use a hand, too. Ah, Fray! Hey, fancy running into you here. What happened to the hot brace bumped into earlier? Can't break an argument between a couple of kids. You? Goddess of all people. If you just want to laugh at me, you can do it later. I'm an official business. You get lost. No, not at all. I apologize for interrupting you. It's just that you look like you're in need of help. We raced each other with RC cars a lot. But Millie is way too good a racer, so she usually wins. She really whooped me today, so I was down in the dumps. And then this really cool bracer came over and offered to help. Oh, aren't you a model bracer, huh? The kids love you. I headed back to the guild after running into you guys. But then I came across these two after I started my rounds. Those cars are Leno Land's carrier, just like the one we use at the guild. I can't deny it got me a little curious. But one thing led to another, and it kind of went to my hand. I didn't know there were RC versions of it. I dig it. Even the little tykes can wheel these around. Wait, hold on. Is that a Nightbreaker? Oh, now that you mentioned it, yeah, it looks exactly like your car, just a different color. They make radio control versions of that too? Yep, they do. I'm a big fan of this model. Hey, you know what's up. When it comes to power, you can't beat it in grit. Oh yeah, totally agree with you. So yeah, today was just different. I followed the advice the bracer gave me and I won. I actually won. I beat her for the first time in forever. Millie has been a real sore loser about it. I beat her fair and square. You didn't beat me fair and square. You had a coach. I've always beaten you all by myself. How am I supposed to accept that I lost because you got an adult to help you? How is that fair? Beat me by yourself first. If you're happy to cheat, then go race in the Cheaters Club. Look, I'm sorry. I realize in retrospect that I shouldn't have got involved. Yeah, this is how it's been for the last minute or so. Yeah. What do you feel about pairing out with me, young lady? Alvin takes the boy, and then we've got a perfectly fair 2-on-2 rematch. Excellent idea, Mr. Awkward. This should help them race each other more fairly. Okay, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Guess broken clocks right twice a day. Oh! I can't, okay, here, real talk. I just now put thought to that phrase and I was like, oh, that's what he means. Got it. You get an ulterior motive, don't you? No, my intentions are crystal clear as the pickup's paint job. I just don't like seeing my favorite truck lose a rigged race. That's all there is to it, man. Justice. You know, that toes a fine line between genuine swagger and just idiocy. I guess if I sort of squint, I can see your point. So, how do you two feel about it? Does that sound good? Sign me up. I want to show him who's boss. It'll be me and him versus the two of you. Me too. Last time wasn't a fluke. Watch. Now, I'm indebted to the Spriggan of all people. Ugh. Oh, let's go to your head here. This doesn't even register on my balance sheet. Just don't hold back here. I'm not going easy on you. This is about more than just you and me, or those two kids. It's Lino versus Ingrid. And us Ingrid fans, we don't take a loss lying down. Yeesh, you're way more into this than I am. But hey, you got a point. This is my chance to settle our differences for good and all. So you know what? Bring it! Just a really straight and narrow sprint. I might have an idea, actually. I know a venue that might be willing to host us. I'm not 100% sure, but it's worth asking.
You have my support, Mr. Arkwright.
Alright, I think you got your suit. You want a venue for an RC race. Yes, the Pavilion has hosted RC races in the past if ever serves. Would you be willing to win an event space for a race or no? Now it's making sense. I'm going to refuse a request from you, Quatre. Yay! They do come in handy. I should specify though, this is more for me. The Pavilion works closely with the Institute and the workshop, so we're well acquainted. Lino Land Carrier, Ingert Nightbreaker Pickup. Oh wow, Lino and the Ingert? Seriously? Is that a problem? What's what they want? You know those snakes, right? I'm a Lino employee who's loved this company for 20 years, and I'm an Ingert employee and a fanatic in my own right. My butcher and I get a little spirited when we debate over the two. We'll have a drink and some snacks and just go to town. There's a battle between Lino and Ingrid, then we have to treat this seriously. You bet, this is the company pride we're talking. Oh yeah, this race has big implications way beyond just RC stuff. It's two bitter rivals going at it, and for those youngins, they can make or break their brand alliances. Serious, stuff. That sounds a bit extreme. Some aftermarket parts of the warehouse, I'll let you see if I can take these. Would you mind giving us some time to work out the truck? I'll go over the rules one more time just to be safe. Team Dick and Team Milia will compete in a 2-on-2 relay format. After the first 2 laps, the racer will hand the controls over to the second. They will compete 2 more laps for 4 total. Finish line will be right here at the start. Understood? Okay, so we'll lead off. They're really fired up. You said it, glad they're having fun. Wait, hold on, buddy, what with you? You got it. I should have expected a much from a little employee's special customization. I really understand the thing's unique qualities. Staying here on either side is a clear advantage. There's no ace in the hole. What the? Starting in a road. Most of these cars are designed to go off-road, so what's the point of keeping them on the road? Paved roads are hardly their natural habitat, so they decide to spice up the track a bit. Hey, you're like my mom, you won't close the gap like that. Got the off-road? Okay. LC chew these roads for my breakfast. Nah, man. That's busy. Yo, this is sick. He was off chatting with Chamberlain about something earlier. Man, I made every wrong choice that I could have made. That's annoying. Man. I gave it my best shot. I had plenty of fun though. Man. Ah. Man, alright. Man, I just made all the wrong calls in that one. It's like, I don't freaking know. Yeah. I'm not reading all this because I'm annoyed.
That's a wrap.
Is it? Good. Can I... Hold on. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna cheat! Alright.
Hey, Quatre. Dropped off your groceries at the house.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's hurry up and finish this.
Mission accomplished! Great job, you guys!
What?
Reward deposited!
What? No! I wanted to see what happened, you douche! Man. We're doing it again!
Hey, Quatre. Dropped off your groceries at the house.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Time to start working.
Alright. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Okay. All right. Now here we go. I should have expected too much from my little employees. All right. All right, let's go. Let's play here. For it. Oh yeah, how's that? Yeah, not bad. Get off the rock climbing bit next. Gotta be patient here. I just can't shake him. Aim for the apex. Gotcha. Get a little of my twin turbo. Holy crap, that actually changed the outcome! Heck yeah, we did! Yeah, they had us there, but you outdrove them in the second half. Way to go! There's nothing. Thanks for letting me tear out the course of your Nightbreaker. Heck yeah. It's making this invested. Alright, and then everything else is the same.
All in a day's work. Reward deposited.
Better believe it! It's like you did all that for... Did all that for one more point. Better believe I did! I'm gonna break the rules.
This is the Aerotrain, operated by the city of Baza.
Alright.
When boarding the Aerotram, please have your authentication card ready and follow the instructions of the attendant.
Oh, snap. Yeah, let's go. Sorry, y'all, I gotta pause this for just a hot second. Just a second to grab something, and then I'll be back with a vengeance. And you gonna see me tear it up here. And yes, I did look up the answers to that one specific quest after the second time, because I was like, I want to see what happens if I get it right. Doesn't want the extra point. So, I'm already going to have to go back through this game anyways to get S on every chapter. So, I've only got S rank on one chapter so far, but I'm impressed I got it on one chapter. So, hey, you know what? That means I did everything I could do, I believe, in that one chapter. Which I believe was chapter 3. It's been a long chapter. So. Jesus, mighty name. Oh, I forgot my other thing.
Whoa, we're so high up.
I hope that one day, for Trails, and I know that this is likely not to happen because we're in the last probably 4 games. I don't know if the next one is supposed to be the last one in the Calvert arc. Kai no Kiseki, I think is what it is. Farewell Ozumiria, which... See, what's interesting is they had the massive reveal in 4 that the Zamorian continent is isolated. Like, you can't leave it. Like, any attempts to leave have brought them back. Like, it's surrounded by some mysterious fog. Like, that was the big reveal. And the McBurn came somewhere from beyond Zamoria. Like, you can't go out too far in the ocean. So...
This is kinda nice.
It's the kind of thing you'd only find here. Professor Hamilton designed this, right?
Oh, I'm impressed you knew.
Van's pretty smart, kid. Maybe it's just street smarts.
Is something wrong?
Not at all. It's just that while I've heard about everything here, seeing the whole world with your own eyes for the first time is without doubt an unparalleled experience.
I know what you mean. I feel the same way after diving into the world of a good book for the first time.
So far, I'm not sold on Quatre as like a party member. I like his design. Like, he's cool, and I'm still assuming he's a he until I'm told otherwise. But he might be a girl. He might be both. I don't know. Here we are, the Basel Institute of Science. It's situated in a beautiful location too. Heck yeah, it is. It's supposed to be where the popular tourists for exactly that reason. Isn't a bad spot to sightsee, I guess, but there's no real place to live it up in town. Oh, speaking of tourism, what's that rounded building over there? I've been wondering it the whole time. That's the astronomy observatory. That's the place where you look at the stars, right? That's right. There's a very powerful telescope there that lets you see far more of them than you could with the naked eye. There are many of us who believe astronomy is the discipline from which all others draw their roots, even if others disagree. It actually originated in the Central East, if you didn't know. Whoa, really? That's another thing! We need to see the Central East and the Far East! Unless they show it in this game and the next game. They could, I don't know. But like, we hear tellings of the really Far East, but we don't see it. Pretty sure they're on a big on stargazing in that fallen empire that to the east back in the day. So where would you like to start? If you're sure, they're marked on the building's map already, but here you go. I got my own work to take care of, so I'll be going now. Yeah, he's just gonna get in the way when we start poking our noses in dark places. I know we're gonna find any new forest BGs here, but here's hoping we can learn more about the abusive professor wherever they are. Nah, straight up. I thought Athena might be here now.
This campus is just as big as I expected.
Let's take a look around. Gotta check out all the spots that kid mentioned.
We're a bit busier than usual. Let's see. Can I go in here? No. It's a shame the wonders of fun guy go unrecognized. I'm a pretty fun guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Try fun gives them.
Indeed.
Man, the little details are nice. There's a shop!
Everybody's gotta eat, right? What'll it be for today?
I don't know, what are you selling?
Thanks a bunch.
Huh.
Right.
Tasty.
Let me see. Yeah!
I'm full.
Rank it! Let's go! Hey. Oh, I remember seeing you at the Global Cafe in Edith. Huh.
Let me ask you something, lady.
What? I can say for certain that Professor Cronkite. I almost read that at Cronkbite. Professor Tane would never do that. It can't be them. Oh, what makes you so sure of that? Well, so Professor Cronkbite's a man of few words, so he comes across as kind of scary, but he means well, really. I mean, he's one of the greatest minds of our time. He lives and breathes science. Okay. Its facility, its faculty are all accomplished scientists and engineers in their own right. Yep, lots of famous people come to study and lecture here. Professor Callahan's a real celebrity too. He's a real whiz when it comes to the medical engineering. He used to brain behind the military's new weapons. Last I heard, though, his big proposal got shot down in favor of someone else's. Okay. Thanks for your time to talk with us. You're a big help. Hey. This door leads to a special research building. There's a lot of top-notch research there. Top secret.
So...
I work as an assistant professor at Arquette's lab over there. Hey.
Let me ask you something.
Hey, let me ask you something. Workplace harassment, goodness. I've heard these bits and pieces, but I'm just a bit nervous to talk about. Don't tell anyone, don't worry, anything helps. Heard a lot of shouting from one of the other labs, yes. It stunned me out of the work I was doing. For goodness. You idiots, can't you do anything right? You're a disgrace to the Institute. Get out! It's just lashing out at everything and everyone. It's really disturbing. I can't say it's sorry. If they find out it was me, have heck to pay. I've heard the works. Fatigue, depression, exhaustion. Even a couple of researchers fainting on the job. Ooh. Man. Here's Professor Albiner out of curiosity. That'll be Professor Esmery. She's in the bioengineering department. Oh, thanks, man. You, Hey, if it isn't our favorite little kitty cat. I didn't expect to run into you all here. We just finished one of the Epstein Foundation ZCF branches! Surely not much to do since we can't attend any of the lectures. Being honest, it's rather boring. Boring for you, maybe. You sound like you already knew about a lot of stuff here. We're not as encyclopedic as you, you know. She's just full of secrets, isn't she? We might have some extra special for us after we're done here, too. How things have been going on your end, yes? If it gets to be too much trouble, you can always join back up with us. Miss Perfect and Miss Popular, huh? Miss Perfect is Miss Popular too, huh? Thanks, Howard. I'm fine right now, honestly. I worry sometimes. There's some dangerous stuff out here. Epstein Foundation was really something special. Yep. Oh, okay. You don't have anything else to add, Odette? Let's see. How do I get upstairs? I'm assuming that's... Got it. Alright, so I do need to go up on that second terrace floor. So in that case... Go up here.
The breeze here feels so
Dude, alright, this place is built pretty freaking swancy. I'm actually a big fan. Hold up, I didn't want to go inside. I'm gonna stay outside. Okay. How the heck do you... How do you... Well, there's only one shop, so that's gotta be the... Yeah, that's the cafeteria. Okay, that's the cafeteria. I was like, oh, there's another shop, I need to go! My brother needs me!
Can we talk?
Very well.
Hey, question. If there were anybody, I'd put my money on Cronkite. Have you heard anything about the other professors that might relate to these allegations? I'm not a mean bone in her body. Sometimes I even see her and here picking up research materials for her students. There's Professor Callahan. He's always made a point of helping out his assistants. He's certainly not a bad person in my view, but he's got a bit of a bad rep for his after his work went south. Hold on. You know what I miss? And I get it because of the game that we have, you know, and how modern it is. Okay, so I gotta go back around. But like, it's a small detail, and one that I'm not like totally upset isn't in the game anymore. But the what am I trying to think of? Brain. Hold up.
All right.
You thought you could get away with that? Get real. But like, being able to read up on the lore in the game itself, like in a library or something, I think is a cool. And now, granted, that may have been only in Cold Steel, but I don't know. It could have been in Crossbell. I don't think I found it yet, but. There's Professor Callahan, the Engineering Science Authority, Professor Aurelie in the Chemistry Department, Professor Cronkite, a well-respected expert in physical and orbital engineering, and Professor Kane, an architectural professor. And then one Professor Asmery over in Bio. They all sounded really capable, but of course the stat sheets won't tell the whole story. They sound like oddballs in their own right. I'm gonna say if they narrow down to one of those 5. Let's take our evidence from the top then. I'll we talked through all the testimonies. They had one thing in common. Well, see, I almost went with that, because I was thinking, it's like, but no, that last guy, he gave us some pretty, oh no, he was just telling them, oh yeah, they didn't, not a single one named the culprit. Some of those guys knew who it was, but kept sounding like they were too scared to name him. Yeah? That is kinda weird. I mean, yeah, more to it than that. They were afraid of the culprit. They could tell they respect... Well, you could tell they respected them too. They didn't want to sully the professor's good name. No circumstance justifies such an abuse of power and status. Cronkite? It's Callahan then. And it was one of those two. Dadgummit! So my gut strikes right again, but I didn't win with it. I know it's easy to say that in post, but I was thinking it's got to be Callahan or it's got to be Cronkite. I wish I would have went with Callahan. I figured it was one of those, but oh well. He's always described as a savage, notably. You noted a thing or two about acting like a child, wouldn't you? I don't know, you usually call me Grandpa, which isn't, bud. Is now the time? So what do we do now? So what's our next move? Do we hunt down a client next and give him the tapes? No, I'm thinking we get Professor Callahan's opinion without actually accusing him directly. We tell him about the rumors going around, we'll talk about the exhausted students, and he connects the dots on his own. It's a quintessentially Spriggan-like way of solving our problem. Old Van's the man with a plan. You're kind of scaring me with that smile there. So first we just roll up in the building like anybody else would. Once we're there, we convince the guard to let us in. Just act naturally and we're golden. Yeah, I'm sure that will work swimmingly, Van, but you know what? I wouldn't believe it if anyone else said it but you. So, wow me, trails through Daybreak. Explain to me how you're going to get this to work. I wait with bated breath. Prove it to me. Excuse me, is this where we found Professor Callahan? We're here to speak with him. Right, yes, may I see your card, sir? Of course. I'm sorry, I can't let you in without proper security clearance. If you don't mind me asking, what do you have? Glad you asked. We're here on behalf of the Principality of Elson. Inquired about Professor Callahan's new research. It caught our investors' interest. His findings have seismic implications. Even the Cypher Revolution would be small potatoes compared to this. So we booked a meeting with him and calibrating on his research. When I learned that Marduk was interested in the same things, now we got ourselves a three-way partnership here. I'm here on the Marduk's company behalf. I'm a concierge in their employ. I'm a bit surprised that both Elson and Marduk are collaborating on this, but well, stranger things have happened, I guess. I apologize for the inconvenience. That said, who are these children with? Are you sure they're not employees? Pardon? I'm not a kid either, I'm just short. They're associates of an Elson MVP. Or VIP. Pardon them. They're here on Elson's behalf as well, so they were just looking to sit in on our meeting. It was a little awkward though. We came all the way from Elson to get just to turn away at the door. On a technicality. Not sure what to tell them when we get back home. I really am sorry. There's clearly been some kind of mix-up here. Your image might have been lost in the shuffle with all the Aramis students visiting. Of course. Here's turn down grant money. I can't believe you actually managed to deceive your way past someone again. Hey, nothing I said was a lie. Not my fault if someone else took what I said the wrong way. I mean, it's not something I'm proud of.
So you're trying to blame all of this on me, are you?
Not at all. I'm in no way trying to suggest your latest research is the cause. If anything, the approach you're taking with your latest project rather fascinates me.
Does it now?
That being said, work on my own project has reached a critical juncture. I cannot afford any issues with net traffic at this time.
That certainly sounds like blame to me, Cronkite. You may be one of Professor Hamilton's students, but that doesn't give you the right to...
So sorry for the delay. Who the devil are you? This is restricted area, you know. That's where we have permission to be here. Could either of you direct us to David Callahan's office? Ah, so you're the ones I just heard about. We're finished here, Cronkites. Now, if you would all follow me. Yeah, Professor Cronkite and Callahan. How funny letting you guys in here. Quatre. What are you doing here, Cilician? Who are these people with you? They're the students here for educational visitation from the capital. I've been assisting them during their stay. Professor Cronkite was enough to extend us an invitation to visit him when we happen to see each other in town. So yeah, Mr. Cilician, if you could lead the way. I do not believe I invited anyone but you, nor did I imply we should meet up quite this soon. I suppose stationing you away would be all more work than just humoring you. Very well, follow me. Get out of here now. I apologize for the interruption. I can see that you're very busy, but it would be a pleasure to speak with you on another cage, Professor Callahan. Oh, I suppose that could be arranged. Well, come with me. I want to make this brief. Of course, Professor.
Wait! I'd like to listen in on this conversation too, if you don't mind. As their guide, I suspect it has everything to do with me.
Take a 10-minute break. Do not return late.
Yes, Professor. For a minute there, I thought I saw the dark aura emanating from it, and I was like, man, he really is working them to the bone.
As you know, my name is David Callahan. I believe you're here to talk about Elsyme and Marduk investing in my research. That makes for a very interesting combination, if you don't mind me saying. What exactly led to this?
Is that what you were told? There seems to be a misunderstanding then. We were currently working for Elsyme, and we do have a Marduk employee with us, but that's all. What? We're currently in the middle of an investigation, you see. It happened to bring us here. Wanted to follow up on a rumor that some extreme abuse of power had been taking place in a laboratory here. And that's the face of a guy who's got something to tell. Who asked you to investigate this? Couldn't tell you. Didn't leave their name. But they did tell us about what's been happening. We heard all about the ridiculous workloads and insane hours they and their colleagues have been forced to endure. About how they never allowed any rest, are woefully underpaid, and have and how they receive vicious, constant verbal abuse from their superiors. Even to the point that someone watched them overwork and had been driven to the brink of suicide. That's just... We all have the testimony and evidence we need to act if that's what it comes to. We thought it'd be better to come and hear your thoughts first. Excuse me. It's not too late to turn things around. Some of the people we spoke to say that you weren't always like this. They mentioned they almost had trouble believing what's just what you've become. You can see how afraid people are of you now. How they dislike what you've become, but at the same time, we can see how deeply they respected you. We're not heroes of justice like the cops or the guild. We're just about finding common ground and putting things to the right. As long as you're willing to work with us, we can... That is enough! Don't talk to me about respect and immediately resort to blackmail. I can't believe one of my sisters would try to set me up like this. Unbelievable. I give them a golden chance to help me with their driver, and this is how they choose to repay me. How could you say that? You know I've got evidence of what you're doing, right? Sure you're gonna pick this fight? All I have to do is cover it up. No one's going to believe some lowly assistant over an esteemed professor. I am no 2 steps away from completing my research, and they pick now to sabotage my efforts. Very well. Then, incur the human cost.
Just listen to yourself, Professor. What has gotten into you? You used to be so kind and supportive. Professor Hamilton held you in such high regard. Even though I was one of her students, you would still take the time to look after me. I just can't understand why all you do lately is spit in the face of her achievements.
Quatre. I suspected as much.
Sorry. That's a private matter between us. But please, at least stop and think about how you're treating the people who work under you. They took their positions because they dreamed of being like you. Don't belittle them or their work.
Salesian. Don't tell me what I can and can't do, you third-rate apprentice!
Quatre, what do you think you're doing? Listen.
You're talking to the famous David Callahan, the preeminent scholar of engineering science and military technology, who has long upheld the very foundation of this nation's national defense.
It may only be me, but this dude sounds like Eggman.
I've had enough of youngsters like Cronkite and Esmeralda acting like they're above me after all I've achieved. My latest research will propel Calvert to even greater heights, change the power balance of the entire continent. Why can no one understand just how much of a privilege it is to help with that?
Professor.
Well, you're free to have whatever lofty goals you want. I think we've had our 10 minutes, don't you? Oh. We came to explain the situation and offer a solution that will benefit everyone. You're welcome to try and cover up all the evidence and testimonies we've got, but I promise you it ain't gonna be easy. If you're this close to the revolution as you claim it to be, I'd give another thinking if I were you. I'm done my working time with you. I will be raising the issue of your illegal trespassing and appalling your business with Mr. Towson. I admit that I may have been a bit too harsh. But as long as you intend to cling to Professor Hamilton instead of aiming for something more, I have no interest in you. Unless you can see the benefits of developing your talents under me after all. I would wager that would be far better use of your time than waiting like a little girl for an old woman who's long gone. Excuse me?
Like a little girl.
There you are. So this is what it looks like inside, huh?
It's so cool seeing the observatory. Is that the telescope?
That's right. Professor Hamilton had it specially made.
I'm sorry you had to witness that earlier, but I'm impressed you knew where to find me. Just had a feeling. I'm happy to forget what we saw as long as you forget about us forcing our way to the research building. Fan, behave. You can go ahead and have a seat over there. I'll make us some tea. It's always tea. So there aren't actually any astronomy professors here? Not at the moment. I'm the only one who comes here every day right now. But there was a time when a few researchers and students who all adored Professor Hamilton would come. Professor Callahan would from time to time. He never used to be like he is now. He's always seen Professor Hamilton as a rival, sure. But he used to be a friendly kind of rival that was beneficial to both sides. He taught me so much too. From that to the uptight, abusive jerk, as we saw earlier, some kind of fall. Professor Hamilton left the Republic 2 years ago, if I recall. And you're one of her students? That's right. I owe more to her than I could hope to repay. I've been looking after the observatory in her house since the time she left the country. So I think it's debatable whether I'm doing a good job of it. The CEO of the firm, Mr. Tossin, is also one of the directors in the Institute's boards. And he told me that he's considering shutting this place down after because so few people are using it. So that's why he's been doing all this kind of miscellaneous tasks to score points with him. That's awful. I really am sorry about earlier, though. I ended up interfering with your investigation by jumping in, didn't I? I hadn't said anything. Don't sweat it. We ended up getting some useful info out of that whole outburst. My guess is you've noticed this by now, too. But his poor attitude isn't the only bad thing going on with him. You really think so? I have the same feeling. It would explain why someone so respected has stooped to such irrational behavior. Feels like the question is, what is he trying to do if he's willing to go so far and deep for it? Deep end. If you hardware in his laboratory was state-of-the-art, I suspect he's using to perform vast calculations. That can be especially difficult to properly manage. I've never seen a simulation of this extent before. It's even seemed that wasn't going to result. Well, we better keep an eye on the guy for a while. Me and him Basil for that long, but we're gonna be here for the next couple of days at least. So we can afford to scratch each other's backs a bit, yeah? Whether the CEO wants us to or not. Alright, I do have my doubts about you, but I believe that Agnes is worthy of my trust. If anything comes up, I'll sure let you know. So that's what the professor left behind safe. To keep what the professor left behind safe, if nothing else. Heck yeah. You're very much in the same boat with how boorish you are. Excuse me, you want to trying to pick a fight, kiddo? That's only proving my point, you know. Are you interested in the telescope? I was just wondering what it was like. It's only just past 5 o'clock, so you won't be able to get a great view of the stars yet. But come with me. Might be able to get a good view of the Great Shader Triangle. Really? Yay! Aw, of course the two kids of the group would hit it off. You're also still a kid from my perspective. By the way, Agnes, was Jasmine, do you seem surprised by something when the professor was spouting up a storm? It wasn't just you. I cannot believe one of my sisters would try to set me like this. Unbelievable. Alright, we're gonna have to pick this up next time on Trail Zoo. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.